Okay, our timer's going off, which means our loaves are ready. Oh yeah, they sure are. Take a look at this. I'll bring them over to you. See how nice those little loaves plumped up, and wait till you put them in the oven, it'll be even better. Okay, now the next step, take this knife that I've been using for years, and it's got a blade that's extremely thin, almost like a scalpel. And what we're going to do is score these loaves, and that's to just allow steam to escape. You can't hurt them, just slash them. Be the slasher. Okay? And just so you can see what that looks like, you can cut them deep. It's okay, you're not going to hurt them. And then we're ready to put them in the oven. And here we go. Oh yeah, I got my glasses steamed up. Let me set our timer. We're going to go 10 minutes. And then we're going to lower the temperature to 400 degrees. Right now it's 450. And we're all set. So in 10 minutes I'll be lowering the temperature, and we will be pulling some bread out of the oven here in roughly 30 minutes. So no need for me to come back until we're ready to pull that bread out of the oven. So we'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, well, we're going to take some bread out of the oven, and it's going to be fantastic. Let's see what we got here. There's one, and there's the other. Oh yeah, nice and crackly. Fantastic. Yeah, okay. Well, let me just give you a close-up here so you can see this little beauty. I don't know how well you can see that, but there it is. You can see the cranberry sticking out all over the place. I'll tell you what, biting into this is a pure pleasure. So one goes in the freezer for later in the week, one goes in my mouth. But the bottom line is, that's your fantastic homemade bread Choom. So once again, there's something that I can help you with. If you want to know how to do it, there's the instructions, you got the ingredients. Anything else, just let me know. I'll be glad to help you. Keep on chooming. Well, here is a grinder Choom for you. Grinder Choom. I'll get this Choom and do something with it here. Grinder Choom, coming your way here. This is the lineup. This indeed is a lineup. This is the good, better, best lineup for grinders. Right here we've got a little GE grinder that is a household, what you would call a flat burr grinder. And let me just show you what I'm talking about here. This hopefully will be a little easier to get out than it was the other day. There we go. Come on. Get out of there. Okay. Well, and the reason it's a little hard is because it's also not exactly clean. But take a look at this. You can see this is just a little flat disc with a little bit of a convexness to it. Okay, that goes inside and fits up against another one that is very similar. And I'll bring this over there so you can have a better look at it. See if we can. You've got some beans down in there, but I don't know how well you can't. I don't have any light that really gets in there well to where you can see it. Well, there's a little bit better. But you can see there's another very similar disc in the bottom, almost identical to the one I just took out. Okay, so you have two little flat discs. Now these are made of plastic. It's probably a high impact plastic, which is just fine. It will get the job done. That's the whole idea. And this particular little grinder sells for $25, $29. Seems like I got this one at Target for $24.99 plus your sales tax. So, I mean, really, really good buy because it works. You put it on its finest setting and it does an outstanding job of giving you coffee for a drip brew. And I mean, that's the nice thing about it is it gives a nice consistent grind. In fact, why don't we plug this in and we'll give you a real quick demonstration. Let me put some coffee beans in here. We'll use some old coffee beans that we don't care if they are going to be used. Let me just pause this. Okay, and I just happen to have some coffee beans here that are old, believe it or not. And we'll put that in there and grind a little bit up. And you can see this little rascal operate. And it, as I say, it does a very good job as long as you're not expecting anything more than a grind for drip brew. Okay, got everything together here, and there you go. Not quite as loud as the Choom, and really doesn't matter. It gets the job done. Now then, let's see if we can show you some coffee grinds here. And unfortunately, I don't have just a regular, what we call the whirly grinder, but let me just pour some of these grounds out. Now this is coarse ground. Okay? Again, I don't know how well the light is showing you that as the focus hones in on it. But that is just ideal for drip brew coffee. Gives you a good grind. Now it does create some coffee dust. Okay, so it does have that. And you do want to clean that out occasionally, but again, it doesn't affect the performance of the grinder. And that is, in the end, all we are really concerned about. Okay, well now, we've already seen, and if you've looked at the other grinder, Choom, you've already seen this grinder perform. We know that this has the conical burr, different from the flat burr. And it does an excellent job of grinding as fine as you want for espresso or for just a drip brew. This can do it all. This is a more expensive grinder. This one is 25 to 30. This one these days, you're talking 100 to 125 and up. But now we get into the big daddy, okay? This is your typical coffee shop grinder. You've got your hopper up here that can hold about 1 pound of beans. You've got your other hopper down here which will hold the ground coffee. And then you've got your doser. You've got a lever over here on the side, which is your doser, which gives out a pre-measured amount into the portafilter. And by the way, hang on a second.